Okay, so let's start with the first part of our course, that is understanding valuation, that what actually valuation is, or why is it performed, or what is the use. So before we learn about the valuation, first key thing to learn about is the difference between value and price. So these are two different words. So being a financial analyst, you should be very clear about the difference between these two, that what does price mean and what does value mean, or what is the difference. So any idea about it? What is value and what is price? Right. So price is basically, if I have to summarize it, price is what you pay and value is, as Warren Buffett says, value is what you get. So price is that quoted amount at which you can buy or sell something, or at which market trades the asset, as you said, that it is the price at, it is that amount at which you can buy or sell in the market. Value is the benefit that you get out of that product or out of that asset. So which means that price depends on some other factors and value depends on some other factors. Price depends on the demand and supply of an asset, and value would vary from investor to investor. So value can be different for every investor. Why? Because it is the benefit which an investor or which someone is taking out of the product or out of the asset. So that benefit can be higher for someone or can be lower for someone. So value can be different for different investors, while price would depend on demand and supply, and price would be fixed in the market. So anyone can buy or sell at the same price. Now each investor, so whenever a buying or selling decision is taken, an investor would be comparing the price with the value. So an investor needs to compare the market price with the value that he is driving out of the product or out of the asset, and based on that a buy or sell decision is taken. So if value is greater than price, if investor is getting or someone is getting a higher benefit than the price that he or she is paying, then he would want to buy it, and that is known as undervalued asset. If value is greater than price, that is known as undervalued, and investor would want to buy it. And if value is lower than price, then that will be known as overvalued, and investor would want to sell it. So that means that for anyone to take any decision of buying or selling anything, calculation of value is very important. So no matter if you are investing, if you are doing equity investing, you are doing fixed income investing, you are doing private equity, or any kind of investing, you need to know the value of the asset before you take a buy or sell decision. So our course would be focused on finding out this value, that how do we actually find out this value, which is the benefit. So value would depend on future expectations and discounted assumptions. Why? So we discussed that value is a benefit. Now the question is that how do you calculate value? So value should be equal to benefit. Now the question is that how do you calculate benefit? So what is the benefit of investing into any asset or any company? The benefit that you get out of investing into any company can be a dividend, right? It can be any cash flows. It can be earnings. So there can be different types of benefits that you can extract by investing into a company. If you are only getting dividend, then that dividend will be the benefit. If you are not getting dividend but you are getting cash flows, the company is making cash flows, that would become the benefit. If company is making earnings but due to some temporary reason it is not being converted into cash flows, then those earnings would become your benefit. So which means that you need to calculate the benefit, and that benefit can be of different types depending on the company, depending on the structure, or depending on the asset. The key idea is that you should first identify what the benefit is, and then you should calculate the benefit. How do we calculate it? That will come in later. But the idea is that you should be able to calculate the benefit, and once you have the benefit, that is the value. And then you can compare that value or that benefit with price in the market and take investment decision.